HWB. Hard work, bitch.
Yes, guys. And that's what this podcast is. Hard work, bitch. Just kidding.
It's not hard at all. I'm Casey Wilson.
I'm Danielle Schneider.
And welcome to Bitch Sesh.
We're glad to have you guys back. We missed you.
That was a quote from Catherine in tonight's episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
It was beautiful. It was perfect. It should be on a t-shirt. And I'm sure it will be on one of their Instagrams tomorrow.
Or she'll be selling it like a bejeweled hat.
I know.
My aunt, bless her, I was going to say rest in peace, but she's alive.
But still rest in peace.
Yeah, when she's called. She had a puffy paint business for sweatshirts in Florida near the bayou.
That's perfect.
I've mentioned bayou on this. And it was for like seasonal puffy paint, kind of for Christmas themes on sweatshirts, and didn't do well.
My mother for a while had a business where she would put like puffy paint and your name on a sweatshirt.
Oh,
and then people
giving
were
my aunt a run for her money.
This was in Georgia, so a little bit north. And then people said that, you shouldn't wear those anymore because kidnappers can know your name and call you and you'll go to them. So then my mom's business went out.
Buzzkill for your mom's business.
I know. So like the threat of being kidnapped really put the kibosh on my mom's burgeoning career.
I think just no one buying my aunt's sweatshirts put the kibosh on her career. Well, guys, we promised last week we would revisit a scene from last year's season.
Yeah,
guys,
that was English.
Explain something. Last week I was pre-op. And so I was on no wine, nothing at all.
Clear as a bell.
Clear as a bell. Tonight, Danielle arrived to my home as I had already made my way through half of a half bottle, not a full bottle, mind you, 3 half bottles of Whispering Angel, a gorgeous rosé. It opens
with
like
the terrible name.
Terrible, slutty, horrible name. It's the best rosé of all time. I've turned so many people onto it. If you're wanting to cozy
like
up,
80s song, like a hard metal song, like Whispering Angel.
It goes down like a dream. And I had half a glass of Whispering Angel, and I've had a bunch since.
But I always like you a little tipsy.
I know. I appreciate
like you go
that.
for it when you're tipsy.
Anyway, we promised to bring you a scene that's literally my favorite scene of the franchise. I will say right now, I'm going to portray Kim Richards. I cannot do her justice, nor is this an impression. This is really just an interpretation. And
I'm going to do Lisa Rinna, who, as we all know, I have a soft space in my heart and in my hair for her. So
this scene takes place in a limo and probably on the way to Vince's poker party.
That's right. I remember Vince's face peeking out of the garage at the end.
You have brought that up so many times, but it's so important. I know, because it's like, is it a ghost? It's Vince.
Yes.
Let's start the scene, and I'll at points. There are some stage directions that are important.
Okay. Well, you are going to read stage directions?
I'll just, because I'm going to put a little voice on for Kim again, not an impression, but just to differentiate and you know who's speaking. Kim begins, and again, in a limo on their way to a poker party. Hi. I was just going to put some lipstick on.
Put it on.
Hi, babe. Mwah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Ornery.
I know. What's wrong? You seem pissy.
I am just ornery.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you drinking?
Drinking? No. No.
Are you taking drugs?
Not today.
All right, good. You're still sober?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Lisa testimonial.
I've only ever seen Kim very sweet, very clear. And she is
She rolls her head around, long pause.
fucked up.
Back in the limo.
I'm worried about you, to be honest with you.
I've been so sad because Monty has not been around. Normally Monty's with me every night, and he hasn't been home.
He's in pain. He's dying, right?
So am I. What am I supposed to do? I've done nothing but him for all these years. You're going to leave me like this?
I feel bad about that, you know?
Well, don't, Lisa. Don't. Fucking feel sorry for me, bitch.
Okay, all right.
Lisa laughs uncomfortably. You don't know what I go through at night.
No, that's true. I don't.
Lisa testimonial.
It's whack-a-doodle time. It is whack-a-doodle time.
Back in the limo.
You seem really like a good girl.
Kim improbably kicks a high kick in the air in the limo. And I like it. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're a tough bitch. I can see that.
Maybe I should get a job. working again.
You should. Why not?
What would I do with like acting?
You could go there. You've grown up doing it. It's like riding a bike.
Do you act anymore? Would you do acting like a part, like a murderess, sexy?
Well, it depends. You would have to like, I would become very...
Oh my God, but I see it in your eye right now.
Do you?
You're doing it. Look at you. Fuck.
I would change.
You're disgusting.
Yeah?
You're a slut. What are you doing to me right now?
I'm fucking with you.
Fuck you. You're disgusting.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
Oh, come on.
Disgusting. Lisa testimonial.
I think we're playing a game, but yet she gets weird and aggressive. I want to get out of the car and run. I want to run because I don't know what to do with this.
Back in the limo.
You act all day long, Kim Richards.
Yeah. And
you're good at it.
Scene. Wow.
I got uncomfortable just doing the lines again. Like, it just brought me back there in a way. I remember watching the scene, like, hiding in my own shirt. Like, just being like, I don't know what's happening, and I'm so uncomfortable.
I watched that scene. I called everyone I could, my fingers could dial. People
you
thought
texted
it
me.
was a cry for help. They thought, because, who calls anyone anymore? I couldn't even text. I had to pick up the phone physically and say, have you seen this limo scene? And you and Morgan, our friend, you were like a day behind, and
Yes.
you hadn't watched it. And I was like, guys, I'm shaking. I need you to see what I've seen. It goes to so many different places.
Yeah, it's so bizarre and so uncomfortable and so real and so unreal. It's everything I love about this series, but also a woman it's a cry for help.
Oh,
So
it's terribly sad, and I really miss it.
Yes, we all do.
Gosh, moving on. We have a jam-packed episode today. I mean,
do.
just so much to share with you.
Can we fit it in 50 minutes? I don't know.
I don't know. First, I just want to direct our listeners' attention to a video that was sent to me from a friend, Jennifer Lee Jackson. Thank you, Jennifer. Who showed me, and maybe other people have seen this. It is a video from how many years ago, you think?
It's definitely the 80s.
Yes.
When's in the 80s? I'm not sure. I would say like early to mid, 83 to 85.
Do yourself a favor and head over. Grandma's going to advise everyone to head over to YouTube and look up Poison Arrow, a video. Poison Arrow with Lisa Vanderpump as the femme fatale. It is a shock. And my head exploded.
You sent it to me. I had to stop everything I was doing. And I was like, what is happening? And I have a faint memory of the song in some weird way, like at the dentist office, like on a 80s station.
Can you sing a little?
Like, shoot that poison ivy through my heart. Shoot that poison ivy through my heart.
That's better than it sounds.
Do you think so? Thank you.
Yes, and Lisa looks ravishing. And I don't say that word often. My dad calls every woman ravishing, but it's appropriate. She looks so good. It's stunning.
You
but
see the woman she was and the woman she is now. You see what she's trying to get back to.
And you see,
you
see who she wanted to be, which is like possibly an actress, possibly, a sex symbol.
She was absolutely stunning. And you see why she feels the need to preserve herself, which is what she's trying to
And
do.
I still think she's a gorgeous woman, but it is really something. Poison Arrow, take yourself to YouTube and share it with your friends.
No.
Wow. And then, we've been reading your tweets just very briefly. We're getting such funny ones. They are making Danielle and I just laugh out loud. I got 2 tonight. One was from Savannah Rideout. She said, Eileen is the real life version of the distant inaudible murmurs from the Peanuts. Thank you for that. And Arctic Siren says, I'm sorry Jenny McCarthy will put experimental shit in her face, but not vaccinate.
I mean,
Tough.
that is
a
tough
political
but true.
tweet. Wow.
Cutting to the quick.
And we've gotten so many of your tweets about the children of the Housewives, which we'll get to at the end of our episode.
Yes, we appreciate all of them because it's really kind of led me down some dark hallways into the kids, but we'll get there.
And we're not proud of the fact that we're going to slam the children that didn't ask to be on this show.
Well, most of them are not children, though, and they have a choice. I would say most of the ones that we're really talking about.
I'm going to get into some of the youngins. Some of the babies, even. Some of the unborn.
Like Candy's newborn little boy.
I'm not going to hit Ace. I wouldn't dare hit Ace.
I would take on either of Phaedra's kids because those two cuties deserve.
Well, we have a Hall of Fame coming up too, yes. And my little cutie Aiden will be in there. Guys, we're going to bring on our guest because she is so fabulous, so funny, so sweet, and a Housewives historian.
Yes.
A researcher.
Her
name is Jennifer Zabrowski, and I'm so excited to have her here. She is one half of the musical duo Zabruso. She and her partner have an album on iTunes. called Zabrowski.
Yeah, go check it out.
And download it today, please.
And you do Instagram. You're quite an Instagrammer.
Yes, I'm a big fan of Instagram, and my Instagram name is Jennifer Zabrowski.
Oh, so you wanted to do something different.
Yeah, I just really wanted to shake things up.
I couldn't find my Instagram name. Like, I tried 7 versions of Danielle Schneider. It was like Danielle Schneider 1, 2, 17. I just could not find it. Like, they're all taken.
I really got in there on the ground floor.
Yeah, you must have been the first
I beat all those Zabrowskis out there.
I'm so proud of you. Jen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I really just want to start by saying I love the intro music for your show. When I'm on my hike listening,
Don't brag.
I mean,
Somebody works out. We get it.
Jen
really
does
is.
work out quite a bit.
I know.
What I will tell you I'm seeing here, if I may, is a gorgeous figure and a gorgeous chest. And I know women, do we call each other's breasts chest?
I prefer jugs.
Oh my God. Oh, well, thank you.
Great body. And I know that because you and I both partake in a place called Moto Yoga.
Yes.
Hot yoga
Yes.
in LA. Mm-hmm. But you also were mentioning in the episode you soul cycle.
I soul cycle. And now I'm really shaking things up, and I'm on ClassPass.
What is that?
Do you know what ClassPass is?
Yes.
ClassPass is Danielle, it's a membership, and you just pay a fee for every month, and then you can go to like any gym in LA.
Now, if I went
take
to
the
gyms,
classes.
this would be amazing. Yeah, it's right. Cared about my body.
And I want to say, hey, ClassPass, this is not part of our ad.
No,
so-
yeah, and I'm new
ClassPass,
to
get
it,
on
but it's
it.
going well. But I mean, thank you for the jug comment.
So
I
you're
really
just bopping
appreciate it.
around as you please.
Yeah, it's just bopping around. But I enjoy. Really, I just have to. You know, what is it? The HWB. Hard work,
Hard
bitch.
work, bitch.
Hard work,
Now
bitch.
you're putting it in.
I'm really putting it in. But again, I love the intro music. So thank you.
Oh,
I hear that. Bah, bah.
We had to get music from the library that was like, I don't even know how
I think this was called like Funky Town or something. Like there was like a name for it.
like
and we
Uptown
were like,
Divas.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were like, this is it.
This
This is
is-
perfect. And we've gotten a lot of compliments on the music. I wish we could say that that's me on that like recorder.
Oh, yeah, you guys are laying it down. I
Those
love
are not my
it.
tracks.
Wow, so let's just get into the episode.
Let's do it.
Thoughts, Jen?
Oh my gosh. Well, the HWB, the hard work bitch, was great. And it really started off with Lisa in those pink heels.
Going
heading
to a
into
Soul
Soul
Cycle
Cycle.
class.
Heading into Soul
And a
Cycle.
hot pink heel with some Lululemons like on her ass. It was strange.
Oh, it was so good.
But I did enjoy that they went to Soul Cycle, because I feel like that's a Beverly Hills institution now.
It's a housewife sort of institution at this point. I feel like they did it in New York. They love to soul cycle these ladies.
But you said that instructor's not like one of the higher
Well,
ups.
listen, Casey, I have to go back there, so I don't want to talk shit on Ross. And I've actually never taken one of his classes, but my teacher sometimes, she doesn't ride the bike, and then Ross will ride the bike for her.
What
I don't even understand
Are you saying?
what that all means. Like you're
So-
speaking another language.
Our teacher just walks back and forth and says motivational things. And Ross, the teacher we saw on tonight's episode, will ride the bike.
So you've been in the presence of Ross.
Oh yes,
But he's
yes.
not speaking.
He loves a hair flip. He's a big fan of the hair
I can
flip.
tell.
He's-
He has like a lot going on.
Every
there.
time I go to Soul Cycle, and I have gone and I like it, but I just feel the platitudes are so basic. Like it's just like live your dreams. It just feels like I don't know if I
Casey.
should say this. Maybe we'll just cut it later. A lot of former addicts piecing their lives together.
It is. Well, you have to.
I heard about a class.
Not that there's
actually.
anything wrong with that.
I heard about a class, and this is kind of off subject, where you actually have orgasms and then you say wonderful things.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
This isn't
It's like
at Soul Cycle.
It's not Soul Cycle. It's just an orgasm class.
But a cycling club?
No, not cycle. You just orgasm
So
and
this
show
is just
positive-
very off topic. So this is just a class.
Well, but it's you shouting positive affirmations while you
I'll have to
an
see if that's
orgasm.
on ClassPass. I want.
And wait, are other people in the room?
No, just you and your instructor.
So it's a private session.
But it reminds me of Soul Cycle. I have to say.
Well, also, I mean, I feel like that is a good lead into the word pussy was used a lot on tonight's episode.
I didn't know you could use it on TV, and there they were pussying around like crazy.
Because we pat the puss in the past, but that seems
That's
different.
puss. Pussy.
They weren't pussyfooting around that.
No.
No.
Jen.
Thanks.
I felt very uncomfortable with it. And not that I'm like some prude. It was more just coming out of the mouths of those women.
Well, Jenny McCarthy and Lisa Rinna being like, "Oh, that's just you, pussy, you."
Jenny McCarthy I just have an issue with her, and I think the way she's used her voice for just such a crazy and maybe I'm gonna take flack for this. I probably will. But even on her podcast, the way she just jumped right in and was like, "Is your husband gay or does he like pussy?" I was like, ah.
And then Lisa Rinna was like, Harry loves pussy. And I was like, I can't handle this right now. I don't need to hear about Harry Hamlin's love of pussy. Like, I get it, ladies. Like, it just felt very in your face. Like, look at us women in our 40s trying to be edgy. Like, it was just like a lot for me to handle. It felt like trying.
Do you guys ever feel like this? Sometimes with some women, it's like I don't know if they're getting off on it or they want to constantly subliminally remind you that they have a husband, or if they think their husband's really hot. It's like, yeah, we get it. We know your husband. The way Lisa brings up Harry, it makes me feel sad. It's like she's just bringing him up constantly to reaffirm herself.
Mm-hmm. Well, when she was like, I'm just going to be Mrs. Hamlin at the Emmys and be fine with it. Like, I'm proud to be. I just want to.
But it's like a humble brag. It's like she's acting like, such a drag, but she is dying of excitement. It's like, just hide it better.
Yeah, no, she hides behind Harry Hamlin.
Now, Jen, you're married to a good-looking man.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So are you, Danielle.
We all are.
Yeah,
I'm proud to be.
Yeah, actually, let me tell you about my husband.
Let's just get that out there.
We all have gorgeous husbands.
Yes.
We can talk about this because our husbands
are
so gorgeous.
I like to say that that Soul Cycle is the first activity that Ken Vanderpump Ken Todd has not shown up to, because he would die on it, obviously, because he's 100. But it was like, thank God Ken's not tagging along. Like, he is always just at the edge, just eating corn or something. Like, I saw him eat again today. It's like he's always licking his fingers as somebody's
with that
talking.
deep V that's just that red burned chest.
I would have loved to have seen him on a bike, though, just trying to get on, clipping in.
He couldn't. He just like he's just doddering all the time. I can't take it anymore.
I agree. Now, we were introduced to Kyle's blue eye makeup in a new testimonial.
Yeah.
Yikes!
Not okay with the eye makeup or the shirt in that.
No, very. It was a bad look. And I have to say, normally I really like Kyle's makeup. Is that wrong?
Well, she's usually in like sort of a tawny, bronzy eye.
I like her makeup. I think she does her makeup well. Her clothes I don't love, but I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, like the face. It's always like, well, it's also her setup. Well, we said that. We always see her doing her makeup at home. Like
constantly.
In that, like,
little
very
sad kind of little desk area. She's like, well, I don't work. I'll make a makeup station.
We did see stairs tonight, which confirmed that it is a 2-story house. That's been a debate.
I will make a retraction. I thought for a long time that Kyle merely lived in a single level.
That poor
home.
thing.
Yeah, and I felt for her,
compared to the other women who live in these palatial
especially
estates.
someone who's married to a wealthy real estate agent.
They'll upgrade eventually again, right? I mean, she said it's her dream house, but I don't believe that.
I don't either, Jen.
But at least I can get my head around her house. Lisa Vanderpump's house to me is I can't get I can't establish what it is. Like, all I've seen is the front with the geese and the swans, and then the back with the ponies. But I can't get my head around what it actually looks like.
That weird front room. It's like I want to call it a lobby.
It's a storefront.
It's a real.
It's real strange.
And all that glass door, I always think about, because I'm always terrified that someone's going to come into my house and kill me. Mm-hmm. It's that glass door. I'm like, are they safe in there at night? Like, it just seems like someone could
there are 2,000 animals that could attack an intruder.
I hope they're not safe, because I hope someone comes and takes Jiggy.
If anyone's going to kill them, it's going to be the animals.
It's going to be Jiggy or Rosia.
Poor Rosia. That poor thing tonight. I just had flashbacks when she was serving them lunch today at Pandy's wedding and she comes down. They just couldn't. Rosia, oh, you look gorgeous. Oh, Rosia. And she's like, I'm in a dress. It's just because it's the only time you've seen me.
I know,
and not in my servant clothes.
They're like, Rosia, welcome. Get us some wine. Oh, I'm sorry.
And I even think she, that day, she borrowed a pair of shoes or something from someone. Jen,
honestly, I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
I can't. That is where I draw the line. That breaks my heart, and I really can't continue that line of discussion. Wow. Sorry, Jen.
We can move away from the museum.
That restaurant they were out after Soul Cycle, I was like, I've been there, and that's a CPK if I've ever seen one. But then there was guac, so I got confused. But it really did look like the inside.
Guac that they made right in front of you.
Guac, tableside. But Kyle was stirring the shit like they were stirring that guac, and it was.
And I'll tell you, I could barely follow what was going on. Kyle, I felt, was very aggressive, and so was Yolanda, but I kind of understood where Yolanda was coming from. It's like, Kyle's like, I'm having a private conversation about you with my friend, so like...
At the table I am at, Kyle.
Munch.
But I sympathize with Yolanda. The point is, like, you cannot be having a private conversation if I am, and they always do that on some level. They always do that on Housewives, which is like talk about people behind their backs while sitting next to them. Like that is an awkward situation that
it's a trope. But at the same time, Yolanda's like, I am right here. I did just bring you a bouquet of flowers.
No.
And Kyle is a mean girl. I'm just going to say that's just like, that is 100%. Forever. She is such a mean girl. She's a 14-year-old.
100%.
She wants to hang with Lisa Rinna's daughters for sure. And she could.
And I've said it before, but it goes back to when I saw her hide Brandy's crutches. She's mean.
Yes. She is. They're really, they're
and
really
I feel like
nasty.
we've all been kind of tricked into thinking she's like the nicest one because in comparison.
It's her tagline at the beginning, like, all you gotta be, you can be anything you want in Beverly Hills. Just be yourself. And it's like, because yourself is a bitch.
Now, Danielle, maybe this is a good time to bring up that a viewer has challenged Danielle and I to say something nice about Kyle and something nice about Eileen.
And that is,
do you want to start? It's a tall order.
We are up to the viewer challenge, but I'll see what comes out of my mouth.
Because, I think I did it with Kyle, that I normally enjoy her makeup.
Yes.
So there you go.
And say something nice about Eileen.
That she has beautiful eyes.
Okay. That's comparable to like, you, again, as I said last week, you look like you were having fun. Like that's like comparable.
Yeah.
But.
I'll say for Eileen, I felt like when they flashed to The Young and the Restless and she was in that clip with that guy and she was finally wearing a bra, she looked great. So it's an underhanded compliment, but
okay.
I thought she looked really good.
And then Kyle.
Ooh. Pass.
Come back to you.
Back to me.
Okay.
I said Kyle looks beautiful. Or no, did I say this about Catherine?
You said about Kyle.
You did. Kyle, I think beautiful in that kind of golden magic hour light when she was sitting out under Lisa's pergola.
You guys took all of them. So no fair. To go last in this situation is
do you want to discuss Eileen's upcoming outfit?
No. Guys, when I saw Eileen, I'm going to say something nice. I have to say something nice. Eileen.
Danielle hates Eileen so much.
Eileen is not afraid.
It's just taking a while.
to not spend money on a bag. She's not afraid to look stupid.
That's a compliment?
She's not afraid to wear
she's
denim.
Not afraid to like not. She's not afraid of a chambray.
She's not afraid of a kind of a wedge heel, a wooden kind of a.
She's brave with her fashion choices.
Danielle's literally crying.
And then Kyle.
Okay, you didn't do Eileen, but we'll move on.
Okay. Eileen fights for her marriage.
Danielle is crying, literally crying.
I'm trying. If you all know how hard I was trying, and if you saw inside my heart that it was real and true.
This is hysterical.
She fights really hard for her marriage.
Have we even known there to be a ton of fighting going on?
I don't know. I'm trying, guys. And then Kyle. I like Kyle's house. I'm going to say I like Kyle's house. And I think...
The swing in the front yard?
Yeah, I think she's made a home out
big
of that
black
house.
door.
And I think she really loves her children. And I think she is
Yes.
a good mom to her children. And she's invested in their lives.
Great, Danielle. Great job.
It was tough. I really think I did a good job.
Great.
Nailed it.
Great job. Then we saw a scene with Erica and Catherine, who we thought were kind of fast friends. And we were laughing when, Erica greeted Catherine in the driveway. She's like, all the way from Brentwood. She was like, hey, babe. I was like, they seem quite at ease with each other, like easy friends.
I know. And they've known each other for 24 hours tops.
And then Catherine's like, I'd like to be your only friend.
You can call me anytime. I'm going to be your girlfriend. You call me at 2 a.m.
I know your dead grandmother can't be here for you anymore, but
I'm going to be your dead
grandmother.
Until I go to Lisa Vanderpump's and sell you out.
180 so fast. That was the fastest turn I've ever seen on the Housewives. I will say that was fast.
But Eileen, and I'll give this compliment to Eileen, she said it. I didn't think she was that stupid. It was almost like Catherine wasn't aware of what she was doing. She was like, yeah, that's what she said.
No, and you could see it in the moment. I feel like she thought to herself, Catherine was like, I am now a housewife. This is what this feeling is.
That was the
getting off on it. Ooh,
yeah, like she's like, I've clicked in. Like, this is it. Now I get it. I get it.
She did. It was... When that happened, it sent a shiver through my spine. Your husband, Casey's husband, walked in at that moment and he looked at us three women, career women, mothers, with our mouths agape, going like, what is happening here? We were all like,
and I saw him come in, but I couldn't even greet him. I was like, I was just in shock.
It was like, finally something happened on the house that felt real.
I said it before. Everything you've heard on Bitch Session, I want to thank everyone who's listened. This episode should have been the premiere.
Yes.
We should have started here, wiped everything before clean. And I think that's why they randomly in the middle did a coming up on Housewives and showed all these different episodes.
Don't give up on us.
Yes! I think Andy's in there like, God damn it. What are you guys doing? Do more pullaways. And they showed Via Blanca from space. Okay? And pulled back and then immediately zoomed in on Yolanda's coffee cup on Wilshire Boulevard. They were doing a lot of weird editing and zooms.
And everyone reading the email, that
was beautiful.
Masterful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yolanda's email that she sent midnight, waking up from a fever dream. She fucking sent an email. She's
like, I want to let them on Charleston.
CC'd the gang and fucking went nuts.
Forgot to be CC'd me.
But we all were sitting there going well, are we going to hear the email? I wish they would have CC'd us on the email. Where's this email? And then
they presented it in the beautiful package of everybody reading it.
It was gorgeous work. And then when Lisa had her glasses on, it was each person that they wiped to was just better than the next.
Yes.
And Lisa now with also these pink
tendrils.
Yes.
That's another. We always say, we've had issues about what we've said about women with long hair at certain ages, but with the pink hair at a certain age, no. I think June Diane would
take umbrage
to that. I'd like to pick her brain.
I liked a quote from Erica Jane where she said, there's cool girls everywhere and there's bitches everywhere. It is a case-by-case basis. And I felt that.
I love Erica Jane. Even when she kind of is stirring the pot or her, I actually do want to be her best friend.
Yeah, as do I.
I get lost in her lips a little bit. I'm not going to lie. In a good way. They're so shiny and pretty. I sort of get mesmerized by them. And
Nair's not a woman that I haven't run into. And I've talked to so many women about the Housewives, especially since we started doing the podcast, that are like, I love Erica Jane. So I find it odd that she doesn't have female friends, given how many women love her.
I think that will change.
I get scared when women say they don't have a lot of women friends. I'm like, what?
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it terrifies me when someone says that to me. I'm like, oh, I gotta go.
But you know what? But she said it's not that I don't. She said I don't have many, but I have some, but they're very they're my close friends. She has them, but they're her sisters. I think she takes it very seriously.
Do you guys think that she and Yolanda are truly good friends, or are they good friends by housewife standards, which is that their husbands have palled around, they've got a little something?
They're great friends. In fact, Erica Jane, did you see on Instagram? Erica Jane threw Yolanda a luncheon for her birthday recently.
I follow both of them on Instagram. All Yolanda's Anwar, Bella, that's all I see on her Instagram.
Anwar was signed by the same agency as Bella and Gigi this week.
So we get another
Mazel.
Hadid burning up the runways. Done with those Hadid kids and the runways.
We'll talk about them soon enough. I'll tell you, then we had a lunch with the 4 women, Kyle, Eileen, Lisa, and Catherine. And I don't need to see the 4 of them palling around. Bring in some reinforcements. Where was Yolanda? Where was Rinna?
And without the reinforcements, we saw what it devolved into, which was Eileen taking Lisa to task again. And it is
so tedious.
So tedious and so sad. And Eileen's just no match for her. But then it's uncomfortable to watch Lisa squirm. It's just I can't
Let it
watch.
go.
Let it go.
No.
Exactly.
From one circular lunch table to the next. It's just the lunches at these circular tables. How many salads can we see?
You were right. You said it. They're just moving from spot to spot.
And that heavy salad bowl that Lisa Vanderpump kept trying to pass.
It's a strange bowl.
It just seemed so heavy.
There's 4 ladies here. We don't need this big of a bowl.
And Lisa in that inflatable.
With her shoes on in the pool. That made me very uncomfortable.
But it was so like, I'm being fun.
Yeah, it was.
Like by herself.
Yeah.
On that
Shoots that
swan.
broken arrow through my heart.
I wish I was piping from the Baja Shelf had speakers on it.
I'm sure it does. There's no way that Baja Shelf does not have speakers on
I'll
it.
tell you. I mean, I've seen enough lunches, and I can only imagine they've gone to enough lunches at Villa Rosa.
Oh, there was and her and Ken at that Villa Blanca lunch with him gobbling away at something while she natters on. Just like,
I do feel like with Eileen, it's like she, and I will admit, I said this to you guys, I feel a lot like Lisa, where if someone calls me on something, I've had it happen a lot, I get so defensive, it's hard to just say like, I'm sorry. And so I recognize it as a really ugly trait. Mm-hmm. And so maybe I'm just siding with Lisa, but I'm like, enough. Like, let it go.
I also think it's been brought up. It's not going to go the way you want. Lisa's who she is. So if you're expecting some sort of strange apology, you're not going to get it. Why can't you recognize that? Like, stop trying for something. It comes off as desperate. It's like she doesn't give a shit about you. So recognize that and move forward. Take a power position, Eileen. I mean, not that you ever do, but oh God.
Okay. Give you an inch, you take a mile.
She had the ponytail with the piece of hair wrapped around the back of the ponytail.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
And
Jen.
it was, listen, I did. And it was really rough. It was really rough.
You really have an eye for detail with
Yes,
the salad
you do.
bowl and the hair wrapped around. And we all saw those jade earrings.
Yes.
Oh,
How they
yes.
hung down in the bracelets wrapped around.
And I love how Lisa slammed her so hard, randomly saying, "And do you show up without a card?" It's like, and then not a scene before Lisa said, like, I don't want to make a big deal out of my birthday, but she is clocking every.
Oh, she knows who did what and when they did it.
Like Erica Jane said. Erica Jane knows all. She does. She
is. I believe that Erica Jane is right. Lisa is manipulative, and she does get other people to do her dirty work. She always has, and then stands on the side and pokes and prods. Like, I'm fine with it. That's the problem, though. Like, I'm like, you go, girl. You get that done.
And Yolanda pointed that out about Lisa and Kyle. It's like, yeah, you're friends now, but Yolanda was terrifying me when Lisa left and she goes, bye.
Oh, that was the scariest bye I've ever heard.
I truly had a chill.
She literally goes, and her face like didn't move. She's like, bye.
So upsetting.
Frightening. And I know she's not German, and I always portray her as a German, but that was very German of her.
But also when they started in when Yolanda was saying, "Oh, and what, you're friends now?" and Kyle said, "Yes, right now we are very good friends."
As if to say, yes, in defense, right now we are. Like, no, you're not hearing yourself. Like, you guys you flip-flop around the place. Like, but Kyle's like, correct. She just didn't get.
And Yolanda was scary, but I mean, I like it. I think she's smarter than all of them, and she just has no time.
But if she didn't have time, she wouldn't be on the show. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like you're above it, and yet here you are coming to one of these lunches again.
And I have a theory, guys, that Lisa Rinna, do you notice how every time they talk about Yolanda, she says, there's something else going on? She keeps saying this.
Yes.
And then they even teased it next week. I think that Lisa Rinna knew this whole time that the divorce was coming, and she kept trying. She didn't want to be the first one to say it, but she knew, and she wanted someone else to say it.
Wow, good theory. I like it.
Because then they did kind of show it, and Yolanda had like her pinched face, and someone was like, "What else?" Wow.
That preview for the next
There are no
month
words.
I had chills down my spine. Every moment was delicious. Every moment was like, this is the show. I know and love you back, baby. You're back.
I felt it too. First off, we're in Dubai. Thank you, Jesus. As
a trip.
And fix it,
and
Jesus.
not goddamn San Diego.
We're in some type of weird jewel hut. I don't know where we are, but I love it.
And a hotel room with like a reef in it.
And then we glimpsed. Let's all just take 1 second, because I do think if you're sitting, standing, just take a minute. And
close your eyes.
Get ready. Yes. Get ready, Danielle. You want to?
There was a gorgeous denim romper. It was a combination of the denim, like Dickie jumpsuit that we saw from 3 weeks ago, and then the weird bathing suit Erica Jane picked out ensemble for. It was like those meshed into one outfit and formed a
And
denim.
Danielle, who was wearing this?
Miss Eileen. It was.
Is this your compliment?
This is my compliment. She dared to wear that.
It did look like a bib, a denim bib.
And there was a zipper. And here's the other piece.
And it wasn't all the way zipped.
But she wore it looked as though they were
I'm gonna
arriving.
pull it up because we got a still
They saw their room for the first time in that shot, because they're like, oh, the room. So that means she wore that on the plane? Isn't that a long flight to Dubai to wear a zippered?
It's got a black shirt under it, and the denim is like kind of a halter top, like it barely covers her breast.
Yeah, like a tea bag.
And then she's in some type of like Australian outback hat. It is truly
And a hoop earring.
And a huge hoop.
And also you see Lisa Rinna in the background with her mouth agape, and I'm sure it's because of the crazy room, but I'd like to think it's because of the outfit.
And I will be Instagramming this photo. It's simply the best thing I've ever seen.
We all had to like rewind it 3 times and just scream and look, and I didn't get enough of it. So I'm
And a
excited
lot
to-
actually was happening. Like it seems like coming up, we're going to get into possibly Yolanda and David Puster's divorce, and we're
And
going
Mr. Girardi yelling at Catherine.
Kicks her
like, "You
out.
have to leave."
And he stood up. I love him.
Wow,
I love him.
I did love him, and I even had a crush on him, but then I turned.
In that moment, yes.
But again, nothing compared to what Eileen was wearing.
Yeah, everything paled in comparison.
But people
to-
were yelling, and then that weird last moment where Lisa and Kyle were like, "You're lying, and I'm asking you to lie. I'm not gonna lie."
I was like, what's happening here? But I love that I don't know what's happening, and that there's so, like, as you just said, Casey, this is where it should have started.
And Kim is coming back.
Brandy.
And why is Brandy just like cuddled up on a bed with Yolanda? Does that mean Brandy's in Dubai?
No way Yolanda went to Dubai. She can't carry
Oh, I
her.
bet Yolanda didn't go, and they brought Brandy in to sit on the bed with her and talk about them on the trip.
That's important what you're saying, because they'll do these like kind of ghosties, like it's, or just like, like when you're writing a script, it's like a go-to. It's like I'm talking crazy, but like someone's just on the bed,
someone's
as
in
a
the mirror.
sounding board, right?
As Adam Pally said like 2 weeks ago, it's like their monologue moment. Their Yorick, I knew you, or what? You know what I mean? Like dear Yorick, kind of like holding the skull and talking to the skull. That is that
skull of
that is
Brandy.
That is Brandy.
Guys, Paul Scheer sent us something about Brandy, which is, she just did this podcast with
Leanne Rimes' ex-husband that she broke up with Eddie Cibrian. I mean, that she broke up with him, that marriage, to marry Eddie Cibrian.
And I gotta say, I feel similar to the Eileen Vanderpump of it all. Like, let's move on.
Yeah, those two are like, I don't need to see those two together, but like those,
They're
that's
holding
not a
on to
powerful
it like
couple.
it was like Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton or
I know,
something.
and also like, and Leah, or what's her name again? Sorry.
Leanne Rimes.
Leanne. I can never get into the show. Our listeners,
You put a weird emphasis on Leanne.
guys. I've been up for a long time. But they didn't even have kids, so I'm just like, move forward.
Well,
Brandy did, but
Okay,
I just mean the other guy. Dean
Oh,
Sherman.
yeah.
Like, it's just whatever his
Dean
name is.
Sherman or something.
Shermont or something. I would also like to say this episode made me hate, and I said this earlier to you guys,
Eileen
so much.
I was kidding. You're genuinely going back to the
I have
Eileen
to just go back to that real quick because all of a sudden I liked Vincent. All of a sudden I was
His
like,
name
"You're
is
right."
Vince. No one's calling him Vincent.
I'm calling him Vincent.
It's Vincent
All of
to
a sudden
Danielle.
I sympathize with him, and I understand why he's always like, I've always not liked him.
He's always like, oh, your boa feathers are all over.
Stop spending our money that you make. But I'm like, I get it.
He's like, raise my stepson.
Yeah, I'm like, Vince, you and I, both of us, we're on the same page, buddy.
Wow.
I can't do it anymore.
Well, with that, I think it's time to transition to our final segment, which is about really house kids, I guess the only way you can really call them, right?
Yeah.
Jen, you had expressed an interest to me, which I think is really important, to just talk about the offspring of the housewives, kind of our favorites, our least favorites, and do something just unconscionable, which is to talk about children.
Yeah, I just
Again, do not tag them.
Because I know those kids, even the babies are on Instagram, so don't tag
It's
them.
like hashtag fetus suck, you know.
I just thought it was important, to talk about this. Well, I want to jump right in. I was talking to my sister and I said, I don't know if they know about this. And she said, Jen, I think that they talked about this in a podcast already. The Kim Richards, the mother-daughter experiment on Lifetime. Have you guys talked about this?
You touched on it briefly.
Now, did you get to watch a clip? Because I did today. Did you see that?
I saw the clip.
First of all, wait, I don't know why they would be with other mother and daughter couples, because who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
I was looking at the other people. I was like, are you kidding me? This is a show. But did you guys know the father of Kimberly? That situation?
No,
I read this online today.
Monty.
No.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Monty. No, really quickly. Okay. Her father, they never married. Kim and Kimberly's father never married. It was her last relationship out of her 4 children. Okay. But what happened was she was in a relationship. Kim was in a relationship with a gambling man.
What? A gambler? No.
Yes. And he went outside and called Kim on a payphone and was shot and murdered.
Well, you're laughing.
Oh, no, I know, because it's overwhelming.
It's upsetting. I get it.
I was in shock. I said, this can't be real. He was shot and murdered when he was on the payphone with Kim. So Kim has been through so much.
Kim is on.
I think they brought this up on one of the episodes. And it was very briefly. It was like, well, Kim's husband was shot.
So it was her boyfriend.
Is this Kimberly's? No, Kimberly's
So no,
father
yes,
is Monty, no?
No, it's not Monty. So listen, so the boyfriend who was shot and murdered on the payphone while he's on the phone with Kim, he leaves. He was into motorcycles and he left a motorcycle he wanted to sell, and so his mother sold the motorcycle to this man, and the mom said of the deceased man said to this new man who's buying the motorcycle, why don't you call his girlfriend Kim to see if it's okay? She loved that motorcycle. He calls Kim. They start talking. They start dating. They have Kimberly.
Wait,
what are you saying right now?
What's happening?
Wait. Okay. So
let's back up.
The dead boyfriend left a motorcycle to be sold.
Have any kids with the dead boyfriend?
No, he was just a boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was.
But the dead boyfriend's motorcycle led
the
Kim,
motorcycle owner and Kim produced Kimberly.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But it would not have happened without the boyfriend gambler who was murdered.
Or his mom saying,
call Kim. I'm just saying that Kim Richards has been through more things than any of us could ever imagine.
Thank you for sharing.
She suffered in like a Elizabeth Taylor.
She has.
Way.
She really has. Wow.
And I know I went deep,
crazy.
so but I needed to get that out because I literally couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Wow. So I just want to put that out there.
No, I have a lot of love in my heart for
Kim I.
Richards. She has really been through
That's crazy.
So Kim, we're thinking of you.
Always.
Can't wait to see you next week. But as far as favorite kids, I'm just going to jump in, make it light after that darkness I just poured over the table.
I take another sip of Whispering Angel. Barely put a thought
happy
together.
Thoughts in your ears.
I think that Aiden, Phaedra's son, is just the smartest, cutest little guy in the whole world.
Jen, he's on my favorite list. Aiden is everything.
He's so delightful.
He's a whispering angel is what he is.
He is. I just love him. And I think I
could eat him up through the screen.
Yes. And
he's so smart and he's so sweet and he's like
in his little outfits.
And he just says like the wisest things on the show sometimes. I'm just like...
That's a great one.
And I think Phaedra is a good mom. I think that she
100%.
is really...
And so's her mom helps out a lot.
Mm-hmm. And
love it.
And then just another another favorite. I know that you might disagree.
Okay.
But that's what this forum is here for.
It's a safe space.
It is.
Remember, I'm going to react like Lisa reacted to Eileen.
I know that you said you think Gigi, Casey, is just a girl next door. But I mean, I had a beautiful girl named Morgan Diamond who lived down the street from me. But still,
Wow.
I mean, we didn't have Gigi Hadid's running around.
Okay. You
Those
love Gigi.
cheekbones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I had one of our listeners tweet at me like, I look at all my friends and wonder if they're a Bella or a Gigi. And I sort of, one of our listeners, and I thought that was appropriate. And then I was like, I think I'm a Gigi.
No, I think you're a Bella.
I mean, no, that's what I meant. I think I'm a Bella. I'm sorry, the younger
Okay.
one. Sorry, I think
You're
I'm
a
a
Gigi.
Danielle, I could see you with a beautiful slicked
I'm a
back pony
Bella.
with a choker.
I'm a Bella.
I would love to
I'm
see
a
you with a
Bella. I think
slicked
you're a
back pony.
Gigi.
Are you hearing this?
Yes, a slick back pony. No, my head is too small.
Once you
But
get that
thank
Rinna
you.
cut.
Once I get that Rinna cut, I gotta keep it light and fluffy. What if I'm an Anwar? Anwar?
You're on what?
Oh, I think
No, you're a
Gigi. You're a
Gigi.
Gigi. Both of you are Gigi's, and I'm
Through
a
and
Bella.
through?
Through and through, you're a
Wow.
Gigi.
Okay, I accept that.
So those are my favorite. I just think that they're really responsible, and even when Bella had her slip up, she just really she apologized to her mom, and
Remember what was in her car? I don't know if you guys. There was a letter sent to us about the contents of her car when she was caught with that DUI. And
Drugs, underwear, tampons,
like
just
bloody underwear and tampons
just cocaine and
strewn about.
debris.
And was it found in a lake? I couldn't quite get my head around where it was found.
Oh,
And
Her
why
car was
Anwar was
literally-
suffering for it.
Her
But
car was literally like found in a ditch. It was like dragged to Yolanda, and she like rooted through it like an episode of Hoarders and found out that her daughter's just like a misfit.
but she snapped back in. I think she snapped
Yeah.
in.
she shows up for work.
Great.
You know, good for them. They work hard. I like a hard worker.
Yeah.
No, what are your faves and dislikes? Let me hear.
My faves is, of course, Max, our busser at SUR. You know, Brianna Culberson. I love Brianna, Vicky's daughter. I don't like Ryan. I've stated that before, but I really like Brianna. Aiden, of course. And this was going to be my nice thing about Eileen. I like her stepmoms. Her stepsons, his friends are very cute and hot.
Yeah, very cute and hot.
Very
And then
handsome.
Gia, you know, her fashion show. Let's not forget.
Never
Never forget.
those moves. I wonder what she'll do.
Who do you not like?
Well, I have one, my all-time favorite. Is that time for that?
Oh, I think
yeah.
you can.
This is going to be a shock. My all-time favorite is Ariana Zolciak Bierman.
Oh,
Really?
Yes, I love Ariana. Have you guys been watching, what's their new show? Because I've watched
Tardy.
Don't
for
Be
the-
Tardy.
Don't Be
Thank you,
Tardy.
Karen Hassinger. Don't Be Tardy. I've watched every single episode. Kim and Corey? Croy. Forget that arrangement. Croy. His parents just like took letters from alphabet cereal and threw them up. They have a love we'll never know.
Oh, they do.
they love each other.
Ariana
like
and
dogs
Kim have
too. Like
yeah.
just
Ariana and Ariana have such a beautiful relationship. I've watched her grow up. I feel like she's been sassy at points. She's had her moments, but I think she's a great girl. I think she's a great person, and I love her.
I
like
her.
that.
I saw her in person, and she does
what are you
look
saying?
like a 45-year-old woman. Just
Wait, are you
because-
sure you're not thinking of Brielle?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
you're
I'm
thinking
for Brielle.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Sorry.
Ariana's got braces. She's
Okay, I
Brielle
see.
looks like
she's trouble.
she's been around the block.
And she's
Yeah, she does.
dumber
She
than a
is.
box of rocks. I'm
She
sorry.
does. Like,
but
I'm like, you
she-
are 18. Like, you can still look young and cute and gorgeous and hot, but she looks
Rode
older
hard
than
and
I
put
do
up
now.
wet.
Yeah, she's just like, what's happening with you?
Jumping in really quick, Lisa Rinna's children, their Instagram, I fell very deep into that hole. And the the one has a very attractive boyfriend.
Pandy's husband,
Uh,
Pandora.
No,
Oh, no.
Lisa Rinna's.
Lisa
Oh, I'm so
Rinna's.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Lisa Rinna's.
So sorry, guys. It's the whispering angel.
Oh, Delilah. Delilah, the 17-year-old, has a very attractive boyfriend. I think his name is Austin. But they have this friend of theirs who just takes pictures of them in bikinis. It's very disturbing.
Well, Rinna puts up a lot of pictures of the girls. I feel like she's trying to make them the new Bella
And Gigi, for sure.
As I've said on the podcast, and I know I've said it a lot, but it's a little sweaty too. I just
Yeah,
kinda feel like
100%. Bella Gray
100%.
went out of business. Your girls are going to go out of business.
Like, I'll say my favorite and least favorite.
Go ahead.
My favorite is Gia. I feel like she's been through it. She has really had to be the rock of that family. She has had to raise that animal Melania.
Also my favorite. My runner-up.
She's an animal.
She is.
She's a gremlin after midnight. Like, she is so frightening. But I'd be scared. I'm scared shitless of that child.
Me too.
Adorable, but a monster.
I do feel like part of Teresa was like, thank God I'm away from her when she went to prison.
She is frightening. So I feel like she's
And Melania
really had
just looks like a squished pancake.
So Gia's had a lot on her plate, and she's so emotional, and she misses like her mom, and she's like the only
And dealing with her father's alcoholism.
Yes. She's old enough to understand what's happening, but she also had like that girl group for a while, which I was excited about. So I felt like she had an outlet for her troubles. So she's my favorite.
Well, should we hold now? Do you have least favorites? Are you getting into those?
Yeah. Yes.
I have a mid-range category, which is
Okay.
not terrible but not great. Which I'll just throw some names out: Victoria de Lesseps.
Oh, Luann? Oh,
She's an artist.
Again, not
also
terrible, not great.
she's one of those girls that loves horses.
Yeah.
One of those girls who loves horses. So sad. Dorinda's daughter, of course. The name of my one-woman show. Pandora, Pandy, Avery Singer. I'll put in that category. Please go sidebar watch Wife Swap with Jill Zarin and Jenna Von Oy if you haven't.
Oh, I'm
Jenna
gonna
Von
make
Oy
a note
from
of that.
Jenna Von Oy from Blossom lives in the sticks, trades places with Bobby and Jill, who are quite possibly the worst people on earth, and it is a joy to watch.
God, is that a
Jenna
Shira
Von Oy
Cast?
is like a
Is that
sensitive flower. Yes, you're
Is that a
turn
Shira
me onto
Cast
this.
Weiss?
Yes, of
Okay.
course. And Jenna Von Oy is like a sensitive flower, who just does all the parenting and doesn't never even hired a babysitter. And Bobby's like, we're going out, kid. And she's like dressed up in like hooker outfits. Oh my God. And he's like, buy whatever you want. And she's like, what? It's really, really upsetting. Anyone else have any middlings?
Well,
Or you want to go to bed?
well, it's more like I'm like, what? How is Bryn? We can't see her anymore. Bethany's daughter. She has, and you know what?
dare you go there.
I'm on, but I think Jason was a lovely man, and she had the nicest grandparents. And did she ever get to see them? I feel
did think Jason was lovely, but I feel like he wouldn't move out of her apartment. He wants her money. He should walk away from that
And be a man.
and just be okay. He didn't come into the relationship with money. He should leave it without money.
I have some controversial thoughts about it, but I'm not going to put it out here tonight.
Why?
This
is the place.
This is the only forum.
So
Well, all right. Well, I'll just say it because you guys you often say that we can
Safe
take
space.
it back. We could take it back. Like maybe next week I wouldn't feel this way, but I'm a little bit like, you know what? He was so supportive of Bethany, and he brought out this other side of her, and he really helped it go to the next level by supporting her entire lifestyle and a healthy life. And I think he was so mad that he never was recognized by her, that she never recognized him. I feel so strongly about this that he was like, you know what? I'm not
Fuck
leaving
you.
this place.
You sold me.
But
I hear
I
you.
would say
I'm
on
just
the
like,
other
he's
side
fed
of
up.
that,
I hear you.
that it's like, you know what? Get your life back, dude. Like, walk away and have a life, as opposed to like feeding this anger
Or dragging your
monster.
daughter through this
Yes.
crazy. But Jen, I got to tell you, make a very convincing argument. And I can see the passion in your eyes.
Yeah, because he was a hard worker. He had a nice job. He had and I feel like he was taken by her, and then he
did believe in her.
He brought
Yes.
out this really vulnerable side to her, and they were building this life together. I'm a big fan of partnerships, and I feel like she just couldn't lean into having a true partnership, and because of that, dare I say, Bethany will never find love.
Jen! You know
Wow,
what?
somebody it was building and then it
I got to say,
climaxed.
everything you're saying, I'm really hearing.
Yes. Wow, you've brought some real intuition to this.
Guys, we have to wrap up. But before, we have to just say the worst children. And I mean, we're going to need to just say the names.
Hannah, Dorinda's daughter.
Dorinda's daughter, your one woman.
Why?
Just that red lip with the dark eyebrows.
That's where you draw the
That's
line.
her character flaw.
And that she just yells at her mom, and that she left school but is like, buy me a bag, stop dating him, and it's like,
I hear you, Jen.
I hear it.
You're worked up, and I hear you.
Casey, or do you want me to go?
Well, I have so many on this list, but I'm just gonna... No, I have 3 on the list. Okay. I'll start off. Ashley, Jacqueline's daughter, New Jersey.
Why?
She was so spoiled, I thought she was so obnoxious. She said so many obnoxious things to her mom, who I felt was really trying to help her, and so was her stepdad. And then when, let's not forget, she legally had her name changed from Ashley, Ashley, to Ashley, Ashllee.
I
Oh.
didn't know that.
So,
wow, that's pretty despicable.
yeah.
I'm going to say Lynn Curtin's daughters.
Oh, they're on my list too. Raquel and Alexa.
Raquel and Alexa were the worst kids ever. And then, as our listeners have wonderfully sent me, Alexa is now a porn star, which is so sad, but also so right. And
Danielle.
well, not right, but it's not like
Makes
she's
sense.
being
It makes
sold
sense.
into slavery. She chose it she chose porn to get
Thought
boobs,
that bracelet
right?
business was gonna...
That bracelet business did not take that family to the top. That family is tragic.
Ooh.
But and then she got in a fight with her boyfriend with a tiki torch, which feels very Orange County, by the way, as that is your
Like she tried to light him on fire with a tiki
So
torch?
I just know I have to read the article again, but a tiki torch was involved.
Wow.
And he did not press charges. Thankfully, but
Thank God.
the cops were called because of the tiki incident.
Well, and I discussed Ryan Veith
Yes,
last year, Tamara's son. Anyone else, Jen? I have one more person I'll save for the end.
Ryan's pretty horrible. Quick note about Ashley, Jacqueline's daughter. I did read that she's back in New Jersey. She's happy and she's dating a jiu-jitsu practitioner, which I didn't know was
engaged.
And I saw a photo of her. She looks fabulous.
She's
Ravishing,
had a lot
even.
of work done.
Well, she does.
good for her.
She looks great. I have to share that.
She's like, was a blonde.
Oh, the Manzo kids. I'm over it. I can't deal with it anymore.
I like the Manzos.
I do. I love them, but I'm just kind of like.
I have a special place, I think, because of Greg, too, friend of the show.
But
Wait, is he a Manzo? Do you have a friend that's
their friend?
I'm sorry.
he's a friend of the show and a friend of the Manzo.
Oh, I love
He's a
him. Wait, the
wonderful,
friend that's
wonderful
always
friend.
at everything?
Yeah,
You guys know him? That's so cool.
He's wonderful.
Yeah, he's lovely, the funniest human being, and I love the Manzos. I think his relationship with the Manzos, I enjoy all of that.
Well, listen,
Was
I
he
would.
selling Blackwater with them.
He was.
Remember
He
when they
wears
were at
the
that fair
t-shirts.
for Blackwater. Yeah.
I mean,
does sound like a government.
I would go over there for a meatball anytime. I love a Sunday dinner.
I would have an event at the Brownstone. Just saying.
And I'll just say my least favorite house child is, and we kind of brought this up last week, Shane Kehoe, Orange County. In 2013, this is not why, I'm just giving you an update on where he is now. He starred in the gay romance Capital Games. Tagline, where is the line between hate and passion?
What?
Yes. Shane Kehoe was such an asshole to his mom,
Yes.
I thought. And Gina Kehoe was like my OG. Like the way June loves Vicky, I felt about Gina. And I know things have happened. And I know a lot has gone down, but I really felt Gina very deeply. She also looks very similar to my mother. And I hate the way Shane acted toward Gina. And I know I'm getting kind of deep here, but that's how I felt. And I really dislike him.
He was terrible. I will say he was, and I think I've said this before on the podcast, very good looking. He was a minor league ball player.
Nothing if not.
Nothing if I don't like a terrible man.
With little to no athletic abilities.
That's my type.
Jen, any final thoughts? We're going to wrap up. This has been a joy.
I think I got really dark at the end, so I just want everyone to know that I have a lot of love for so many of the children. And Bethany, I enjoy your margaritas, the Manzos. I would go to the Brownstone.
Of course, Jen, no one's
No, look,
questioning
there is
you.
we say the worst and the best every week. So no judgment, no tagging. That's how we live.
Yes. What a beautiful way to end the episode. No judgments, no tagging. Jen Zabrowski, thank you so much.
You were wonderful.
Oh, ladies, this was just a joy. Thank you.
Really uncovered a lot today.
Yes. Thank you for your wisdom.
And
your
thank
insight.
you, Whispering Angel. Now here's some real ads.
Good night.
Good night.
Hi, I'm Devin Faraci.
And I'm Amy Nicholson. Hey, Devin,
What makes a film worthy of being called one of the all-time greats?
Well, I guess you could consider artistic merit or cultural importance, or whether the main character is a blonde, if we're talking to you.
Or maybe a bearded Italian guy? I mean, don't make this about me.
Well, on every single episode of our show, The Canon, we discuss, debate, argue, and sometimes harmoniously agree on which films deserve to be in the canon.
We debate, but we leave it up to you, the listener, to decide which films make it in.
So check out The Canon with new episodes every Monday. Listen on Wolf Pop, Howl, or your favorite podcast app.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Ackerman, Adam Sachs, and Chris Bannon. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.